Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. For any first time viewers, I'm Jesse Rebirth, and today we're going to get into this 2-pack. So, at the moment, if you've watched my other Mcfarlane videos, you've seen us open up all of the Dark Knight's Metal figures to this point. We've opened up this Flash. He was the single Flash that was in the package, really cool. He's kind of a pain in the ass to stand, the way you want him to. Like he's supposed to be. But you work with him, you'll get him. I was saying with this figure, he has one hand that's wide open and one hand that's a fist. It looks good while running. You know what? I just 3D printed a fist for the Batman of Detective Comics 1000 to switch. I could mirror that same fist and possibly put it on there. It would take a little bit of line work, but it can be done. But the thing is with this Flash, we get a smirking head sculpt. With this Flash, we get a angry head sculpt. And it's nice because at least you're buying the same figure, you can get something different with it. Now, to my knowledge, this is the only way you can get the Red Death at the moment that I've seen. I know that the Red Hood and Red Nightwing, it's a 2-pack. If you've been paying attention, Target.com, all the pre-orders are sold out. All the Thomas Wayne pre-orders sold out immediately until this weekend. They started putting all kinds of Thomas Waynes up on, until last weekend, I mean. They started putting all kinds of Thomas Wayne. You might be seeing this video 2 weeks from when I bought them. But they started putting all kinds of Thomas Waynes up. And I had a couple people comment saying, thank you. I got a hold of one now. So I have a feeling that the Red Hood and Red Nightwing is going to be kind of the same situation. So don't go crazy and go buy one for, $90. Play it cool, because I think we'll have another chance to get a hold of one. Now this, $39.99 on Amazon. You can now pre-order it at Big Bad Toy Store as well. We are going to have a base that comes in there. It's going to be very cool. This does not stand on its own. Now this is interesting. We have some holofoil cards in here. It's like we got a rare Charizard, rare Flash in here. These are the first cards to be like that, of my knowledge. I may be wrong. There we go. Now, if you've watched a lot of my older videos, you will have seen me talk about the Dark Knight's Metal extensively, over and over again. I was saying that there should have been statues of these guys, 2 years ago. I guess sometimes you got to wait for stuff to catch on, or the big boys need to come out, make the statues like Prime 1, and then everyone starts wondering, what is that? And they all fall in line and want them. But when I was saying this, I guess there wasn't much desire for them back then. And now, Dark Knight's Metal is a very hot IP. But what I was going to say is, that's cool. That's how he came in the package. I mean, he is posed right out the gate. He has all the same holes all over his body, one in the back, on his forearms, on his legs, just like this Flash over here. But I always thought Red Death had one of the coolest origin stories. Basically, there's a Batman that straps the Flash to the hood of the Batmobile and drives him right through a portal to the Speed Force, and they blend. They mix. So, or they merge. I guess that'd be the better way to say it. He also has a hole on his back. This kind of makes me feel like there will be another Red Death figure, just because what they'll do is, I almost don't want to take him out of that pose, but I mean, it's more fun to pose him how we want to. So we have two hands that are kind of, like he's running, and he's frantically running and fighting sort of deal. So let's go ahead. We got this face. We got this face. So these are your two Flash faces. I'm extremely happy that they did this. I think it's way cool. It gave you a reason to buy another one if you didn't want two of the figures. I mean, the Red Death was the reason we all bought it anyway. But it's just really nice that, you know, they completely changed it up. Oh, he hooks on there very nicely. Oops. It really sinks in there. And then the Red Death, I guess it would depend on what side you wanted to have them on. But we'll get them up here like they're kind of pushing each other and fighting each other. I always say that these pegs or the holes need to be a little smaller. And this one, he's not even fitting in there. Oh, he does. They fit so well. You can see that it just takes a little bit of force to get them in there. But I think the base is sweet. I like it. We got a little diorama action going on our base. We'll get them all posed up here in just 1 second. Let's take a look. I did read the Flash's card in the last one, but we'll do it again. The Flash #1, Comics 2016. So this is Rebirth. Real name, Barry Allen. Height, 5'11". Weight, 179 pounds. In a freak lab accident, forensic scientist Barry Allen was struck by lightning and doused with chemicals, which gave him the superpowers of the Speed Force. Now he uses these superpowers to defend his hometown of Central City and the rest of the world from the forces of evil as the Flash. The fastest man alive can run up the sides of buildings, across oceans, and around the world at light speed. He can also vibrate his molecules to phase through solid objects. Now, we got Batman Earth -52, Dark Knight's Metal. Batman, source, Batman The Red Death, #1, Comics 2017. So if you don't know, it's The Red Death #1, but there was never a #2. The Red Death #1 was his origin story. They did for each of them. The Cyborg Batman, the Murder Machine, they had Dawnbreaker. So when you buy these toys, they're all a certain negative Earth. Like the Batman Who Laughs is negative Earth 22, but he's the Batman Who Laughs, and so on. There's Devastator, Merciless, Red Death, The Drowned, Dawnbreaker, and am I forgetting anybody? Murder Machine, if I didn't say that. I think I did. There's 7. Huh. Oh well. We'll move on. So anyway, real name Bruce Wayne, height 6'2", weight 210 pounds. So this guy is the actual size of Batman. From Earth 52, here comes the fastest and deadliest man in the dark multiverse, Red Death. A menacing mashup of Batman and the Flash. This Dark Knight came to be when once noble Cape Crusader stole the Speed Force from the Flash, hoping to prevent past tragedies. Clad in red metal armor, the sinister speedster moves like a literal bat out of hell. So, I will say it's cool when there's times in the comic when he talks, the Flash he like breaks through sometimes with his, you know, there's two people in one body. Batman is basically the one who controls it, but every once in a while the Flash can get a word out through him. So, just really cool. If you want to come over here, take a look at this guy. We got texture all over his body. That's a really nice touch. I dig this bat sign. It looks like a broken bat, but it's a lightning bolt down the middle. I like how all these little armor fins are basically sticking out. It's a really nice touch. His face is cool. I mean, it's almost like he has a little shield over his mouth. He's got texture on his head. He's got these sort of like, kind of like the Flash's little earpieces, but they're kind of like a bat. His gauntlets are pretty sweet. These would look good on even maybe like Thomas Wayne. Our boots are real smooth. Very nice. All around, great figure. Now, in case you guys haven't seen the flash from the other one, I mean, the flash is basically the same way. We got nice texture through here. We got these lines that run down the side, giving us a different texture. We got this kind of like rubber underwear. You can see, there you go. See how the butt is like, basically, you know, it hides up the joints in there. We got really posable figures all around. They're going to have the same exact joints, but their toes move. Their shoulders, they got this inner joint. They have a shoulder that can twist and move even more. You can basically pretend these guys are, well, Flashes doesn't move as much. There we go. You can kind of see the inside turning right there with the outside. Twist at the bicep, tricep, elbow bends in 2 places. So you can really get them to come and do a curl all the way back. Oh, that's a funny looking face. But yeah, I dig that this symbol is really kind of sticking out, and you can see that it's, you know, it's a good little couple millimeters sticking up off of him. And then we got our angry face. So I really dig, well, it's kind of like he's kind of angry, but kind of like having a tough time at the same time, because he's battling it out with Red Death over here. You know, the little, yeah, he's got the softer plastic underwear. You know, I really noticed this, and I never mentioned it because I noticed it right after we finished. But this Robin is the same way. He's got these like rubber underwear on. It's his cape and his underwear are both. And he's got his shirt is the same way. The chest is a bit more solid, but the torso is basically like empty with a joint and this like rubberized shirt. I mean, these toys are only getting better. The more series that come out, the better they're getting. One problem that we're all kind of wondering what's going on is the Drowned. We seen it, we seen her, and we saw the series that she was kind of supposed to be in. I believe Damian Wayne is part of it. I think our Mcfarlane, basically like signature design, his own design of a Batman, is in the series. There was a couple of them, and it's kind of like we've seen that really early on, and it's kind of gotten, you know, pushed to the back. But who knows? Because we know we got The Last Night on Earth is coming up really quick. We got Death Metal already popping up, and I think that's about it for right now. I mean, it feels like every week Mcfarlane puts some new figures of these up. It's going to be really sad when all this is over in a couple of years. You know, if it kind of fades away. I don't think it will. I hope it don't. DC Direct and DC Collectibles have really popped these toys out for quite a while. I think that if Mcfarlane keeps up what he's doing, he's going to have a really winning series for quite a while. Now, the Red Death has basically the same setup as our other Flash. He has this hand that's kind of a neutral, kind of like a gun-looking hand, but he has this hand that's like wide open, and you can't do anything with it. But, you know, as long as you kind of have him in the right pose, it'll work with him. I mean, there's not much to complain about. Sometimes you get a toy that's only designed to stand one certain way. At least most of these are pretty poseable. I mean, one of my favorite things I noticed on one of these other series, that like this Joker, he's so poseable. You can bend his feet. He's literally like sitting on his knees. Like, that is so cool. And this guy is so texturized. If you want to see more of him, you got to go watch the video of him, Azrael, and this Flash. They're from the same series. They're like these little miniature 3-character waves. It's really cool. I dig it. We're gonna have to open up the Arkham Knight Batman and Deathstroke. We've had them. I got them from Amazon at the same time I got these. I just haven't got around. They're popping these out so fast. It's hard to keep up with them sometimes. But let's go ahead. We'll play around with these two. We'll get them up on a pose on this. It's nice that they also came with bases. I'm a little shocked that Barry did not come with his effects, but I guess you can decide. You could either put them on him or him. We'll leave them on that one, but Well, everyone, I hope you had a good time watching this video. I hope you really enjoy these as much as I do. You can tell I'm enamored with them. I absolutely love these. I mean, look at just in this short time. Look at this collection that has been amassed within a couple of weeks. I mean, really, with the way they're releasing, I mean, we have the whole other set, and they're just as enjoyable and they're just as fun. But this is literally almost all the metal figures that you could want. I mean, we're missing the Drowned right now. You just seen us put together the Merciless. I mean, he is one of my favorites at the moment. He's so big. I really hope they retouch Devastator and make a kind of like, you know, Mcfarlane Cygor he put out recently, the little kid's toy. Make us a Devastator that size. That's the size he needs to be. But you can tell I really love these guys. I think they're awesome. I guess one of the only ones we're missing up here is you need the metal Batman, which is ridiculously taller than everybody. We'll just put him right up here in the front. I mean, he is big. He is a big boy. You can see Superman's supposed to be an inch taller than our metal Batman. And, I mean, he stands, you know, what would be inches over him if we were scaled down to their size. Or if, you know, they were the 6'2" and 6'3" and everything. But I hope you enjoyed this video. This 2-pack is absolutely awesome. Get over to Amazon or Big Bad Toy Store. I think they're popping up more and more. Amazon is technically, as much as I don't like to go there, I like to go to anywhere else but Amazon. Mcfarlane Toys has like an official store on Amazon, and that's where a lot of these are popping up first and becoming available through there first. Besides the Dark Knight's metal that were supposed to be Walmart exclusives, all the Walmarts in Colorado, I guess, missed that memo. None of them got them. We're just now starting to see Murder Machine at Target. But the metal figures, found them all at Target first. We're currently working on getting the extra variant Robins. I have the Screaming one coming from Canada right now. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of these. Let me know if you're collecting them as well. And yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Leave me a like, subscribe if you want to see more of this stuff. Share this with your friends. Let them know that these are out there. Let them know to get out there now and buy them, because you don't want to be 2 years down the road and you didn't even know this was happening, and now each one is like $80. Kind of like the animated series figures. If you did not get them, they're so ridiculously expensive to get now. It's a bit of a bummer. So get on the Batman Continues if you want to get your Deathstroke, your Armored Batman, your Azrael, basically the Nightfall version. If you want to get your Jason Todd, all those are selling very quick. These are being replenished, but eventually they're not going to replenish them anymore. But get out there, get them. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, but remember, keep buying toys.